It's Wednesday, June 24th. Welcome aboard to this edition of Barnstable Today. I'm Kevin Friel.
And I'm Andrew Goviel. Thank you very much for joining us.
And just a reminder, the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website, www.town.barnstable.ma.us.
We are here in the nearly empty hearing room at Barnstable's Town Hall. Quite a change from just about a week ago when Thursday night a few hundred people showed up to discuss a possible sewer improvement project. It was the town council hosting a public hearing. It was loud, it was boisterous, it was overflowed, and of course, you may have seen the video. Here's what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, as I guess everyone can recognize, we've exceeded the capacity of this room. So I'm going to suggest that the issues with regard to the sewer collection expansion at Lake Wauquaket, at Stewart's Creek, and the pump station, those are numbers 131, 132, and 133, will be postponed until Thursday. Or, well, you have a choice. Hold on. I'm going to ask everyone.
Okay, order, please. Give us a chance to explain.
Thank you. We all can't be heard. Everyone wants to have an opportunity to speak, and everyone deserves that right. Unfortunately, we have so many people here. We have a fire code that we have to watch. We need to have a facility. Please let me speak. We have to have a facility that is sufficient for everyone to be able to speak. Everyone. We have another room. If you don't let me finish, we'll never get through. We have another room that will hold 30 more people, but I can't tell you that would be sufficient to allow us to continue this meeting with this number of people here. So the only thing that I can think of, and I've tried to speak to everyone, is that we need a facility that will accommodate everyone, big enough so that everyone has the chance to speak. And if they say that again, that's exactly right, the high school auditorium. And we need to have a date that's available. So I'm suggesting to everyone that date would be a week from today, the 25th, at 7 p.m. at the high school auditorium. But we have to get the availability, and we have to make that arrangement.
Eventually, a decision was made to reschedule that meeting to Thursday night at a much larger venue, the Knight Auditorium at Barnstable High School.
So what's this all about? A proposed sewer improvement project with multi-million-dollar price tag.
Now, the funds are made available via the federal government's stimulus package, but construction of the project could cost individual homeowners. Earlier this week, Town DPW head Mark L. spoke with Lynn Poyant on her program, Talk of the Town.
The appropriations that are before the town council related to sewer are for the Wauquaket Lake area, which is Wauquaket Lake, Long Pond versus Pond, Shallow Pond area. And then the Stewart's Creek area, which is down off of C Street and around to the west side into Hyannisport area. These were two sewer expansion areas that were identified in our approved comprehensive wastewater facilities plan for our Hyannis Water Pollution Control Facility. We went through a long review and permitting process and received approval back in October of 2007 after going through the state and then the county for their approvals. And our proceeding with the two prioritized areas is actually a lot more sewer expansion planned in the next 7 to 10 years. These are the first two projects. And we submitted last year a request to the funding agency, it's called the State Revolving Fund, to be found eligible for the first two prioritized projects within our plan. And on April 27th, the final list came out, and it was identified to our community that the Lake Wauquaket area project, which is a $44.1 million estimate for that sewer expansion, and Stewart's Creek, which is $7.2 million, along with a pump station that's needed for the overall system expansion, were all approved for eligibility. And the timeline at that point was established in this document that came out finding us eligible. So we brought those findings back to a subcommittee of the town council and took them under review at staff level. And basically what the document said was we needed to have a financial commitment by the town in place by June 30th of 2009 to be eligible for a 2% or half interest loan for 20 years with an 8.8% principal subsidy. Now, the principal subsidy is coming from the stimulus funds that we're hearing about. So this is our opportunity on the wastewater side to access a piece of these stimulus funds. And this is the way that they're being administered. We're only one of 2 communities on Cape Cod that were found eligible for this. And so now we need to put in place the local appropriation, which is the commitment financially that says that, yes, we want to go forward with this project. And so that's why that's before us right now. That's perhaps the newer piece of information. A lot of people have said, well, why now? Certainly economic times are difficult for many people, if not all, and we recognize that. We recognize that this is a costly project. This has been in the planning for a decade, and now is our chance, if we choose to access these funds. And we need to have it in place by June 30th. We really weren't given that much time, given when the finalized intended use plan for SRF eligible projects came out.
And this actually is following up on part of the conversation that the governor had when he was in town. I think it was last August when he did the open meeting, that wastewater was definitely a commitment on his part. So he basically kind of prioritized that to be eligible for these stimulus funds that we're now looking at.
The way that we're seeing stimulus funds come through are for wastewater projects such as these. For water supply projects, we actually got a little bit better subsidy there of a 14.1% principal subsidy. And also for innovative technologies for reduction of fuel usage, opportunities for solar and wind, etc. So those are the 3 ways we're actually seeing the potential to access money. For water and sewer, they're here. These are our opportunities. If we choose to bypass this, there is no opportunity in FY 2010 for us to pursue.
Okay. So why don't you tell us what the costs are to the people who are receiving the sewer?
Sure. The total cost on the Woquocket Lake projects, and again, these are planning estimates. We're up to about the 30% design mark on both projects. The town has, in 2002 and 2003, made prior financial commitments for the design of this. So we're not asking for design money. We're proceeding with design at this point. Our numbers on a planning level gave us the $44.1 and the $7.2 million, respectively, for each of the projects.
That meeting is scheduled for Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and if necessary, will continue on into Friday night and possibly even into Monday nights.
On tonight's meeting calendar, Old Kings Highway Historic Committee will be meeting in the West Barnstable Community Building starting at 7 o'clock. And for all our viewers at home, I'll be taking a couple days off on vacation. Andy will be joined by Melissa Chartrand for the next couple days. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
I'm going to go check, make sure HR has that on their schedule. I'm Andrew Gobiel again. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be joined by Melissa on Thursday and on Friday. Have a great night.